the Duchess of Sussex's newest project. Her TV series called With Love, Meghan has just in the last 20 minutes landed on Netflix. And apparently it sees her crafting and cooking and fruit arranging and working with famous chefs.
The 8-part series is a platform to help launch her new commercial brand, which is As Ever. That's what it's called. It's called As Ever.
Okay.
And will promote jams and cookbooks. So we're joined in the studio by journalist and royal commentator Afua Hagan, who says the new show is going to be a hit. I think we can all agree it's going to be a hit because everyone's going to be watching.
Exactly.
From LA, royal commentator and podcaster Kinsey Schofield says it's a new way for Meghan to make some money. I think we can all agree it is definitely a way to make some money. Right, Afua.
Yes.
You are a fan anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
You've managed to watch.
Yes, I've been speed watching.
Tell me.
So it opens actually with beekeeping, and we know that Meghan keeps bees.
With beekeeping?
Beekeeping.
Ed didn't know
Yes.
that Meghan kept bees.
So
Really?
we see Meghan doing some beekeeping.
As ever, beekeeping.
As ever, beekeeping
She's
there.
been beekeeping for lots of years?
For a few years, yes.
Oh,
and that
okay.
takes place in her garden.
Okay.
And then she moves into the house. Now, she makes it known from the very beginning, as she did in the People interview yesterday. And she says while she is making the next thing, it doesn't actually start with cooking. We've got beekeeping, and then she's making bath salts for a friend who's coming to stay. And that friend is Daniel Martin, someone who's her makeup artist. They've been friends for about 15 years or something.
She's making bath salts.
She's making bath salts, yes. So she gets some Epsom
why?
salts because he's coming to stay, and that's what she loves to do.
She loves to make bath salts.
She's very into these type of things. She's very
is.
lifestyle-y. That's what she does, you know. She's had the blog.
She's a
The
female
Tig.
founder.
Yeah, that's what she is. Yes, she is. And she's had that blog, The Tig,
By the
since
way, I don't know what that means,
2014.
but she is one.
It's just a female who starts a brand.
That's
That's
a
a
brand.
female.
It's a-
I did point out, Ed, the clue is in the two words.
Yes.
I thought it was about bath salts,
No.
bees.
Right,
Well-
Ed, can we just hear from Afua just for a moment?
Thank you,
Thank
Susanna.
you.
Thank you very much.
Continue
Yes.
with what
No,
we're
look,
seeing.
I'm so fascinated by this.
Yeah, but if you
Intrigued.
listen, then you can
I'm
find out.
intrigued.
Yeah, OK.
OK, I'll talk to you, Susanna.
Thank you, yeah.
So she is beekeeping, then she's making bath salts for her friend Daniel, who's coming to stay, then she's making a pasta for him. That's how much I managed to get into.
Right, because you
before I
only
came
had
to
20
talk
minutes to
yes.
watch.
What's in the
But she
pasta?
also, the pasta has tomatoes, it has arugula, it has parmesan, a bit of water, mix it all. It's a one skillet recipe.
Does she actually mix it herself?
She does,
Gosh.
shockingly, yes.
Amazing.
Kinsey Schofield, I think you're probably as sceptical as Ed about this. But, Frank, look, we all... Put aside any other considerations. I want to know what Meghan's life is like.
Why?
She's so intriguing.
Oh.
She's a controversial character. Of course she is. But she's married to a royal, and we want to know what this alternative, parallel royal lifestyle is like in Montecito. That's what people are tuning in for, isn't it?
If that's what you're tuning in for, I think you might be a little bit disappointed because I do think that it lacks authenticity. It's too controlled, too glossy, and too produced. But there's no question in my mind that this is primarily a PR exercise to change public perception, as she's been labeled a bully for the last 4 years, most recently in the January issue of Vanity Fair magazine. From what I've seen, if you like Meghan Markle, you will appreciate this access to her. And if you dislike Meghan Markle, I don't believe, from what I've seen so far, that this is going to change your mind.
I completely understand what you're saying and reflecting those allegations, which, of course, she completely denies. But I think people who don't like Meghan Markle will be watching this as much as people who do like her.
You're right.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It's some of us might call it a morbid curiosity, but it was just like when she bumped Joe Rogan off of the podcast charts. When she had and launched her Archetypes podcast. There will be a lot of eyeballs on this show. There are people that are curious, what is life like for Meghan Markle today, 5 years after Megxit? But I don't know, based on what I've seen so far, if it's going to hold people's attention spans. It's almost like she took TikTok or Pinterest content, and instead of doing quick, the kind of quick content we're used to on those platforms, she expanded it, which almost feels backwards when it comes to the content we consume today.
I mean, I think that's laughable because TV TV programmes in the formats of half an hour or whatever have existed for years and will exist for years, and that's exactly what that is. And I think sort of to say that she hasn't expanded TikTok content is frankly ridiculous.
But Afua, look, I actually like Meghan Markle. I think she's a great actress. I think she's great in Suits. I mean, actually, her going back into the new series of Suits would be really good. I think she's been a pioneer and a role model. But this construction of fruit arranging and bath salt making, I mean, it's just so fake.
What is it about it that's fake? I mean, if someone genuinely likes making pasta, arranging fruit and arranging bath salts and has written a blog about the things that she enjoys creating for years and now has the opportunity through a multi-million-dollar Netflix deal to lean into something that they want to do and create a TV show about it, if that's what they love and they're doing it authentically and genuinely in, you know, an hour-long programme and not in TikTok videos like someone thinks they should, why shouldn't they do that?
So you are telling me that authentically she's been making bath salts for decades?
Literally, have you ever read The Tick? Have you ever read her blog? This is something that she's been doing for years and she's leaning into. And I think that if you liked her stuff that she did with The Tick, then you'll appreciate that and you'll appreciate this show. And if you didn't and you just like nice lifestyle content, you'll appreciate it as well.
I feel like it's sort of indulging in a glossy magazine. I mean, I can see, you know, lots of people do produce magazine. Oprah, for instance, has O Magazine. I can see that this is, Kinsey, her sort of opening the glossy pages. I actually don't care if she's been doing this for years or not. I just want to see her do it.
Yeah, well, I think that, especially when it comes to the royal family, success for Meghan Markle is nothing but amazing. I think that the royals likely hope that she does succeed in this arena because the more she succeeds and finds success, she's going to continue to chase that direction. If she succeeds in this and becomes a lifestyle host and a lifestyle content creator, then that means there's not going to be another Spare or another Oprah sit down, and she will likely continue to focus on these positive things. So I agree that there are going to be a lot of people really want this to work for her.
Yeah. All right, Kinsey, thank you so much. Afua, thank you so much. The devil will be in the ratings, won't it? If people watch, and I think a ton of people are going to watch.
May it work.
Yes, indeed.